welcome back to another video. So today we are preparing for 2024. Now these are the steps I take before preparing for a new year as a teenage girl. So on today's agenda, we're gonna be fixing or setting up my journal for the year and doing some reflection on the past year, thinking of what we can improve and what we can keep, and we're gonna be making a vision board. So let's get started. So these are the two journals I'm planning to use this 2024. And the first journal we have is my everything journal. This journal I'll be using to write literally anything that's on my mind, and this is what I'm going to be using to plan out for the start of the year in this video. It's a very mute pink color with a lock, and it has a very nice quality paper, thick, and the ink doesn't seep through that well. So I think it's a really good journal to start out with. I'm not looking for anything too crazy since I'm just starting out my journaling journey. And here I have a book that I like to use, mostly based for prayer because I am Christian. I really like this book because, as you can see, you can make note of your prayers and whether or not your prayers later got answered, and I find that really useful. Later on in the book, you can see there's blank pages that I can use to write down anything I want to. And I just really like using this journal for my own personal religious use. So these are the two journals I will be using this year. So now we're gonna start with journaling in my journal. So of course, before we're gonna think about what we're gonna do in 2024, we need to reflect on 2023, what we did right, what we did wrong. So here I am showing you guys my Pinterest page. Please make sure to follow it if you guys are interested. I promise I have a lot of good boards on there. And as you can see, one of those boards is my journal inspiration. This is where I get a lot of the inspiration I use for my own personal journal. And here we have an image that I wanted to use to start off on my reflection of 2023. So the questions I focused on in my reflection of the past year were questions like what went well this year and what did I achieve, so that I could applaud myself for the accomplishments I was able to do. And I also asked myself what did not go so well and what can I learn from it so I can make improvements before the next year. The next thing I did was that I wrote a letter to myself as if I was in the end of 2024, basically trying to make it sound like I accomplished everything already by the end of 2024 that I wish to achieve. It's sort of like envisioning what you want your life to be like by the time 2024 ends and make it as if it already happened. Now I'm dedicating 2 pages just for 2024. In these 2 pages, I'm planning to put everything from my resolutions to quotes of the year and also my ins and outs of 2024. This will help me really remember my goals within just a few pages so I can be reminded throughout the year. When thinking about my 2024 resolutions, I really like to focus on the areas of my life that I prioritize the most. For example, personally, I really prioritize my health, my family, my friends, and also my own personal growth, which is why I also wanted to try out new things and also push myself to become a better person in different ways. For example, when it comes to my own personal self-care, I wanted myself to journal more and to pay more attention to my hobbies that I have neglected in the past year because I have been so busy and I prioritize too much of one thing over the other. Me personally, I also really love quotes, which is why I dedicated a segment of my 2024 page just for quotes that I want to remind myself throughout the year because they really speak to me about how I want to treat this year, how I want to be this year. So I want to get quotes that really resonate with me and my mission for the year. And I really want these quotes to remind me of my own goals and my own priorities. A lot of these quotes are actually from my vision board on Pinterest if you guys are interested in looking at them closely, but here I have examples of some of my favorites. Some of them include: be the best version of you, I am creating the life of my dreams, and the future depends on what you do. God is protecting me in all situations, and 2024 smells like peace of mind, money, and success. Be ready. So now half of my 2024 page is done. I have my resolutions and my quotes on this half. Now that I'm done with this, I'm going to be moving on to the next page, which I'm going to be putting my ins and outs. Okay guys, so we're finally done with the 2024 page. Now I'm going to be showing you guys everything that I wrote down. So here I have my resolutions. As you can see, they're not in any particular order, but there's some resolutions that I thought of on the spot. And here I have some of my favorite quotes of the year. These quotes will help keep me grounded and remind me of how I want to treat this year. Next up, I added a little quote up there just to remind me that 2024 is gonna be a good year, and my ins and outs. So my ins are like things that I want to keep or things that I want to have for the new year, and outs are things that I want to get rid of from my life or avoid for the next year. Now that we're done reflecting on 2023 and preparing for 2024, we can finally put the journal away and move on to the next step of our preparation for 2024, which is making my vision board for the year. So we're gonna put away the journal supplies, and then we're gonna bring out the laptop. The app that I'm going to be using to make my vision board this year is called Canva, and we're going to move on from my journal inspo board on Pinterest to my vision board. As you can see here, I have a lot of pins for how I envision my 2024 to be like, and please make sure to follow me on my Pinterest account if you are interested or want to take a closer look at any of the images I use on my vision board. It's all gonna be there on Pinterest. So here I am showing you guys my old vision board. As you can see, it was really simple. It was more for aesthetic purposes than actually envisioning how I wanted my year to be like. But this year we're bringing out the big guns. I'm using a lot of pictures. So in case you don't know, you can just open up 2 tabs on your laptop. Open one on Pinterest, one on Canva, and then you can drag the image from your Pinterest to the next tab where your Canva is, and you can just drop it down there. The way that the vision board works is that since you see what you want your life to be like in 2024, it helps not only remind you of your own goals but also subconsciously allow you to live that life. So I really think vision boards are a very beautiful thing, and you can customize it however you like. So here's the final product of my vision board. I set it up as my laptop wallpaper, but you can also do this for your phone or your iPad or whatever other device that you always look at. Or you can actually make a physical one, but personally, since I don't have access to really good images that I can print, I just like to do it digitally. And here I am making a vision board for my iPad using the one that I just made by adjusting it slightly and splitting the image. You can also use this tactic for your phone or any other device you want to use while not having to remake an entire vision board. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and show some love in the comments.